Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Don K. Preston. I'm president of Preterist Research Institute of Ardmore, Oklahoma. Welcome to my morning musings as I share a cup of coffee with you. Hope your morning is getting going real well. Want to share just a few more thoughts with you about my personal journey to the full preterist view. As I've shared, I was raised as a fifth-generation member of the Churches of Christ. That means it's the amillennial view of eschatology. Revelation was almost a bugaboo in my early days. It was generally utilized for only one purpose, and that was to kind of bash the dispensationalist over the head. I heard preacher after preacher after preacher say, I may not know what it means, but I know what it doesn't mean. There's some validity to that kind of argumentation, but it's not very gratifying, is it? It's not enough to say, I don't know, but it can't be this, it can't be that. It's not really enough. As I suggested to you in an earlier segment, one of the things that really turned my head around was the realization that the book of Revelation just exudes an intimate knowledge and an extensive use of the Old Testament. Now, for years that didn't cause me any difficulty, but it's simply because I wasn't thinking. In other words, here's the issue. The book of Revelation is full of what we'll call covenantal language. Now, what I mean specifically by that is that it uses the language taken from the Mosaic covenant. God's covenant with Old Covenant Israel. Specifically, the law of blessings and cursings. Now, this has been recognized by different scholars of different stripes. But what that says is this. If God was using language from his covenant with Israel, for instance, to speak of the curses that were about to be brought on Babylon, this enigmatic city, then that is, first of all, highly suggestive that Babylon must somehow be related, identified, tied in with God's covenant with Israel. Now, as a fantastic illustration of this, in the latest revision of my book, Who is This Babylon? I bring forward, there are about 21 or 22 direct parallels between the book of Lamentations. When was the last time you read that book? The book of Lamentations and the book of Revelation. Now, the book of Lamentations was Jeremiah the prophet's lament at the fall of Jerusalem in 586 BC. And he says it was a result of Israel's violation of the Mosaic law. Over and over and over, he uses the language of the Mosaic covenant to say, here's why it happened, here's why it happened. John uses the identical language to talk about what was about to happen. So if Lamentations uses covenantal language to talk about why Jerusalem was destroyed, she violated Torah. Then when John uses those exact terms and the exact reasons that Jeremiah used, how can we ignore these parallels? Revelation really is John's lament before the fact of the impending destruction of Old Covenant Jerusalem, the ultimate, final destruction of Old Covenant Jerusalem, but because she had so horribly violated Torah. Look, may I suggest that you get my book, Who is This Babylon? read the section on the parallels between Lamentations and the book of Revelation. By the way, I haven't seen this material anywhere else. Haven't seen it developed by anyone else. It's kind of scary when you do something like that, I acknowledge, but the parallels are so clear, they're so precise, they are just undeniable. So once again, the parallels between the book of Lamentations and the book of Revelation really caused me, and really in a way confirmed, that Revelation is not about the end of time. It's not about the end of God's dealings with the church. It's not about the Roman Catholic Church. It's about God's consummative dealings with Old Covenant Israel. Hey, thanks for joining me for this morning's musings. We'll see you on the flip side.